G'day folks, have a look at this. We're finally getting some warm weather. It's been unbelievable the last week. I've broke out in the shorts. You know, where I live in Tasmania, we've had one of the wettest winters on record. And it's been unbelievable to come out finally with some really nice warmish weather, around 24-25 degrees Celsius. Really loving it. Alright, well I'm going to put the transmission vid up next, but I want to do a little quick one to show you guys before I drop it back on the ground what's been going on. Well, I've got my wheel studs done. I'll tell you what, that was a reasonable job to do them too. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. There was a lot of checking, I ended up having to drill out my brake drums, chamfer the back of the rotors on the front to get them nice and flat against the hub. There was just a lot of mucking around to get it right. Now there's a couple of reasons I think that they run these studs at that extra length. And I think one, probably the most important one, is if you ever run a spacer behind your rim, you've got plenty of thread. Now I think the next reason they run them long or have a fair old length on them, and the reason that they're machined on in the end, and I only realised this when I went to do them up. You need a tube socket. Now this is 3/4 inch. They're actually 19mm. They're nuts, but a 3/4 inch fits better. I checked them. I checked it with a 19mm tube socket versus the 3/4, and I found that 3/4 fits nice and snug. Now the reason I think that they run the extra length is, check this out, I'll show you. Imagine if I was running a 12-inch rim, for example. It'd be a real awkward job to, with a long extension bar, to get the support. Oh, sorry guys, I've got a mozzie here trying to get me. The idea with that is it supports itself on the end of the stud. Look at that. I can push on that and get great support. You could do that wheel nut up, or that lug, with one hand. Whereas before, I ended up having to use two hands to cradle it, and it was quite a nuisance. So that's my theory behind why they machine the end of these studs down. So that's fantastic. I'm really happy with them. They're fantastic. A fella by the name of Jack recommended I go 100 Newton meters on the torque, which I've done. It's around 70-ish foot-pound. We'll run with that for a while, see how that goes. And very happy, extremely happy. Alright, I'll show you something else guys. This is, I've only just discovered it today, and I thought I'll share it with you. I fired it up, and I noticed a small leak in my header pipes. Look at that. Look what the Headerwrap has caused to my header pipes. I knew that they were hard on pipes. I didn't go into this blind, but I didn't think they were that hard on. I think the boost, the pressure in the pipes has accelerated this more so than what NA would. You just get so much heat because of the cylinder pressures and the pressure in the actual pipe, because you're running actual pressure in the pipe to spool the turbo. They reckon on average it's double. So if I'm running 7 pound into the engine, there's anywhere up to 14 pound of exhaust pressure. So you could imagine the heat that's generated from it pushing, and it's absolutely blistered my pipes to pieces. So I'll be getting a set of stainless headers, which I was going to do anyway, but it's looking like I haven't got much more life left in these. I really want to stick with the header wrap because it stops the starter motor from heat sinking and getting too much heat. It saves my plugs and it keeps the engine bay just that little bit cooler. Not that I've got an issue with the rear mount, but it all helps. And it helps for spoolage on the turbo, without a doubt. So I just thought I'd share you with that, and that's unbelievable. I'm actually quite blown away with it all. So yes, the old boost, she does come at a price. Alright guys, well that's my little vid for today. I'll pop a tranny vid up very soon. Okay guys, catch you later.